Lord.
Oh my God, bruh. Didn't I say Shake was gonna start acting plum fool? And what's this fool name? Jared, he gonna shortly follow after Shake. They both had the plum fool.
Bruh.
Shake here exposing deeps, and Jared about to show his ass.
I know.
Why,
Shake? Why are you going around telling everybody she is
I'm
great?
not attracted to her. I'm not attracted to her.
She's like my aunt.
I'm not attracted to her. Why are you telling her like that? Hold on, wait. My name's Mary.
But she's great. Oh, my name is Alma.
And we invite you guys to like, share,
oh, my dad.
subscribe. Thank you. Por favor.
You know, I heard from one of these YouTubers who has like she has a lot of views, and she was talking about how to become a YouTuber. She says, when you don't have subscribers, don't ask for subscribers. She said, don't ask. So
okay,
we
well,
need to stop asking.
This is me not asking. Don't subscribe.
And then what it is.
Okay. But yes, so we are going to do a live reaction of Mallory and Jared.
No,
he is going to talk to her.
Okay, but let's see how he went to talk to her. First, he says, him and Nick are talking, right?
Nick is being a gossiping ninny because his woman is not there. And he is that I'm going to be the town gossip here.
Yeah, and he goes and he's like, Mallory's beautiful. And
so
and
you
Jared,
started.
Jared is like, oh wow, I just knew from her voice
I just knew she was fine.
I just knew she was.
And we all know what you meant by that.
And then Nick, after he leads him into that, then he says, well, everybody's beautiful.
You're even beautiful with your sweats.
Right.
Well, thank you, my good man.
Yes. You too.
Oh, weird.
All that, right? But my thing is, he starts saying, kind of like what Elijah did to his girl.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you start stuff, and then when they follow you, you're like, push back.
Yeah, don't do that.
And then he goes now when...
Shake is talking to Mallory.
And
he's like, can I get in?
Just 2 seconds.
Let me just get in there.
2 seconds. And so Shake gets up and he comes to sit down.
And Mallory's like this.
That's where we are, yeah.
So,
I mean, look at that face.
She's just like, Jesus. Okay,
yeah.
So live reaction.
Ooh,
let's see how you gonna make an ass of himself.
Hope.
How are you?
Did I look like what you expect me to look like?
Jared, I can see your fucking voice behind the goddamn wall.
See, she said she could see his voice behind the wall. I told you she knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
Was this what you expected? Probably not.
Maybe he sounded black.
The dream that I had, I said,
obviously.
Maybe he sounded black and she's like, okay, no, he's black.
I cried so much.
I had never been so proud in my life.
How did you not get that?
Never.
Because that was the thing?
Who else called you a nickname? Who else gave you a nickname? Y'all were shifting every day. I connected with both of y'all for different reasons.
You're cool as fuck, man. Like, the connection we had was so fucking genuine.
It was literally from day one. I was just like.
So is she?
But that's my thing. Is like, okay, I was mad I never got to talk to you. Like, really talk to you. Cause you left.
What do I say?
Okay.
Like I just.
You were like, it's off.
She said she was upset that he didn't talk to her after she said no.
Oh, after she said no. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a really hard thing with trust, and so for me to only rely on someone's words, because words are so easy.
It's weird how the three people who's
are having trouble in their relationships are all coming together to talk about their issues. It's Sal, it's Ayana and Dipti. While their partners are acting the plum fool.
I never got that from you.
Crazy.
Sal was a
Something does not feel genuine in this conversation.
You ready to get married? Wait a minute.
Hold on, wait. This is my thing.
Out.
You see, Mal, you are here getting too comfortable with this man.
So
now he's becoming disrespectful.
You ready to get married? Because I think he's thinking like, oh, Ooh, okay.
Because she's talking to me. Obviously, the thing is, when you are an engaged woman now, and your ex comes, that conversation should be no longer than 5 minutes. Even that's too long.
Yeah.
It should be a hi bye. I'm so sorry what happened. I hope you heal, brother. Got to go. Where my man at? It should be very
if you're
quick.
Trying to make him feel better.
It's going to backfire.
To open that door, he's going to jump in
and be disrespectful.
And that's what he's doing now. So let's see how far this goes.
He even asked her. He said, "Are you even ready to get married?" But now she's here encouraging him, like, "Let me take a long drink." That's not what you were saying with Sal when y'all up in the bedroom knocking boots.
No. You've always been honest. Wait, what? Are you ready to get married?
And he's smiling like an idiot.
It sounds somebody who would go far outside of here.
No. He's so, like,
I love Sal.
the thoughtfulness and, like, that. Like, I felt like I'm such a guy's girl.
Hence why the fuck we connected.
How did I not fucking see that shit? Like, these are, like, that's so important. Like, it is important to me. Like, I want to go catch a game.
So they talk about shallow stuff, surface level again.
Like, that's what I want. That's what
It's
I
easy.
love.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
But when there's inner sports and things like that, or like that connect me on that aspect, they don't put me priority. They don't know how to fucking be like, hey, you're a bad bitch. Like, let me just, like, you're beautiful. You're, like, let me do things for you. Let me, like, you're gorgeous. Like, I knew that. But, like, once a fucking while. Like, I'm tired of, like...
I would have did that. I would have did that. I would have did that. I would have did that.
He's like, you're amazing. It's almost like he's looking like...
He's just like, this man is like begging for crumbs, like a little puppy dog. Like, give me something that will be there.
He's looking like...
Thirsty.
Come on, like, what do you want to do? Let us walk away?
Man, I just want to throw this right in your face because you're so thirsty.
He's looking like, what do you want to do? Let's walk away. We could walk away. If she says, let's walk away right now.
If she gave him a crumb, he'll be there.
If she said right now, let's walk away right now. You know this man will grab her hand.
Absolutely.
And he will go.
Absolutely. I mean,
he will forget Ayana and
the
Sal.
way he was looking, this was him.
He's
I would have
like,
did that. I would have did that. I would have did that. I would have did that. I just want to throw this Sprite in your face because you thirsty. You thirsty as hell.
But I don't know.
And you have not one lick of
shame. Is she
shame.
thirsty too, though? Like,
I think
she's saying too much. I don't understand. Is she nervous or whatever?
No.
Like, why are you saying all this stuff to him?
Go find your man. Go find your man.
I know, but I am kind of happy that... maybe that's why Sal is giving her whatever. But you know something? This is not the time. Remember that girl, Amanda? Remember Amanda when they met? Where was Amanda? Amanda was with her man. Although I think she gave him time, though. What was that girl's name? Amber.
Oh, yeah. Amber
gave Matt, I will say 5 minutes.
Well, look,
and
Matt was a little scared of Amber, so he knew he was not going to be crossing no line.
Look, Matt kept on looking like this. Oh my God, wait, where's she at?
She will cut me. She'll come from behind and attack me. Let me watch my back. Watch my back.
Yes, he was not.
He knew damn well Amber would probably slice that brother if he tried not.
Amber had a temper.
But I think he liked it.
He liked it, though. He liked it,
I got myself a little crazy little thing. But, I could rock with this for the rest of my life.
All right, now.
But this fool has no shame. Not one lick.
Turn it back on.
The shit.
Don't talk to me. My anniversary of my fucking... Did he ever mention your name?
Oh, so Sal never told him.
Desperate for it. I made 2 strong ass connections. Y'all were both right here.
I thought you said she was number 1.
Now.
You always
now,
count.
why is she looking at him like that?
Mallory, we're not as close as they seem to be. Honestly, like, I'm not completely convinced that it's all kosher.
You started this, Nick.
He's like, I'm not completely
It's all kosher.
So did I.
Now that you're here. And how do you really feel?
How the F do you really feel?
Ooh.
I felt some kind of way about Mallory when I first saw her.
He's crying. He's sniffling. No, she's not rubbing him. Her legs are just
I don't
crossed.
know what was said, but I know that she's not interested in me, and I want to go home.
Oh.
That's all.
I think that's why she heard something.
That's not the ring you want.
He said, yeah.
You want to go.
Go, yeah.
So funny.
You don't like that ring?
I know you
I
don't.
know you know. You like old rings, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know, because I asked.
Because I asked.
Because I asked.
He didn't ask you. So trying to make Sal feel inadequate. Well, in her eyes, anyway. Y'all both embarrassing, y'all.
Yeah, they're both.
Just showing your ass.
Whew.
Anyway, like I
Well,
said,
let's see
Ayanna, listen, I feel like Jared is somebody who would cheat on
Jared-
Ayanna and she'll be there with 4 babies and that fool will be out there with anybody but Ayanna.
I feel like with Mallory, this is very familiar to her. Like, it is so familiar. Like, she just went right into it and, you know, but, I mean, okay.
And it was so shallow. I want a guy who'll
Very
take
shallow.
me to the game.
Who will say I'm beautiful? Who will say I'm a bad bee? Why do you want any guy to call you a bad bee? Why? It's not a compliment.
A bad
Mallory.
bitch is a female dog.
It's
Why do
like-
you want to be called that?
Yeah, and
It's a female dog.
whew, okay. Oh,
Danielle's
here we
looking
go.
crazy. I told y'all she was finna.
No, let's see. Colin, that's Colin Shana. No, that's not Colin Shana.
That's Daniel.
I'm an atheist.
Okay, let's see.
Religious. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming to share the gossip with his wife.
Yes.
There's something
We'll be right
about
back.
Silent Valley that's like really.
Lord
Who
have
the
mercy.
fuck sits in the closet for 3 hours and cries when their spouse is gone?
Danielle, I thought she was sick. I thought she was resting. When he left, she was laying by the toilet eating bread. Like, I don't understand how she got up, watched him while he was out there talking about...
Like a stalker.
She saw him talking to a girl. And he's like, yeah, I talked to her about capitalism. And
Then she said, yeah, I saw. It looked like you had a lot of fun.
he was like, I was really passionate about it. Yes, I could see. It's like, you watched it?
Like, alarm bells are going off in my head.
And she's like, I don't trust anything. He's like,
You don't trust me right now? Nothing.
Nothing. He's like, nothing is penetrating us. Oh, yes, this is.
This is.
Oh, yes, this
This
is.
is-
Like, huh?
Huh? He's like, well, you're going to make it a big deal. He said, you're not making the active effort to not be toxic. Like,
Nick is like,
run, my brother, run.
bruh.
We don't call
I-
this one Run, Nick, Run. Stalker following behind you. Like,
She,
that was crazy.
That is-
She literally flipped like a person who had mental issues. Like, I'm
yikes.
like,
That's a yikes. That
is a
yikes.
red mother effing
banner.
flag on the plate.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Rescue yourself, brother.
This is the time that Nick, what he needs to do is just be like,
Run.
You know, I am actually just going to go to bed.
No,
good
we
night.
need a-
She probably will not. Because he walked out, she follows him.
I have to
He
tell him
goes
to
in,
leave.
and then she says, just leave. He goes, like,
She needs psychological help.
I don't know what's
She ain't
going on
something
with
ain't
her.
right. The
There is
screws are on the
something-
floor.
Yeah,
the screws are on the
something
floor.
with Danielle. I don't know what hurt her in the past, but this is like some deep stuff that's going on with
This
her.
is why I said
That
don't.
probably has nothing to do with even her adulthood. This is like stuff that has stemmed from maybe when she was a child or something. Because you just don't flip like that on someone. And he told her, I didn't want to go. Obviously, you told him to go. Now, when he went, you're upset and crying. And if you
In
were
the closet
and
for 3
listen,
hours.
if you were able to get up and stand and watch him,
You could have gone.
you could have just gone and say, "Hey, can we go back to the hotel? Like, I'm not feeling well, but I came
Well,
to
maybe
get
like
you."
a crazy person. She said, "Let me test him, so let him go, and I'm
Oh
gonna
my
stay
God,
home."
that's too odd. That's too much. That's too much. You know what I don't do tests with me. Like, I am not some lab.
I'm not a
rat or
quiz.
something.
I'm not in
Like,
history class.
don't test me.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I
Because how do you
can't-
tell
I
him to
can't deal with
go?
that. Do not test me in a relationship.
'Cause-
That's a really surefire way for it to be over.
It don't make sense to me because how are you sick? You tell him to go, but he says I can stay, but you tell him no, go, and then you sit there and watch it for almost. I'm sure she sat down there like somebody and watch it for about 2-3 hours.
I mean, if you want to leave, leave. And then when he goes, he didn't leave like the area, but he just walks outside. You follow him outside.
Yeah.
And you keep on yapping. He gets upset. He's trying to move away from you. You're still there. Like, what do you want him to do?
I think it's a huge red flag when somebody cannot be content when their partner is
and
gone.
And cannot control. You know,
she said she was in her head for 3 hours. You didn't have shit to do. You couldn't read a book. You couldn't take a shower. You couldn't help your sickness that you supposedly said you were sick.
The thing is, just go back outside. Tell him, hey, honey, I'm
feeling better. Or go meet them
I'm happy
there.
to meet all of you all, but I can't talk now. I'm just coming to get my man. Let's go. That's it. And then you go talk to him. You could have done that. But to stand out there and watch him, that's
like a stalker.
Weird. Yeah, that
is creepy. I bet she was out there with the binoculars, just like
a little creepy.
Where Nick at? Where Nick at?
And I wonder how.
Let me go cry in the closet. Let me go cry in the closet.
Then you went to the closet and you cried and you shut the closet door and cried.
Are we too mother effing years old when our mother punishes us and she tells us to go be in the corner? Where do you do that at? You a grown-ass woman. Aren't you in your 30s?
No, I think she's in her... I don't know. They don't put the age there, I don't think.
My God.
Yeah.
That is... listen,
my
brother.
My neck is hurting now. Just watching that, it's like, Danielle.
Girl.
And she's such a beautiful woman. I just like, damn.
I think the mental stuff has really made her,
and
from an 8 to maybe like a 4.
You know something?
It's really gone down.
If that continues, she will lose Nick.
Mom, she's going to lose him in a week if she continues this behavior.
He's a gossiper, but he's a nice man for you.
I think it's nice when your man comes to gossip with you because we like to gossip as women too. And I always said men are bigger gossipers than women. I always say that. So I think it was cute. And he wasn't even talking about anything, but he was talking about the gossip. And he was like, I just wanted to get back to you. She was like, oh, really? Really?
I mean,
like crazy.
I think it took him a while
to even understand that she was upset.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? He's like, he said, what? He looked shocked. Like I'm here happy coming to you.
I know.
But he should just know from her body language. Because the way she was sitting up on the couch, like,
what you...
like in an all uncomfortable position. I'm like, girl, you need some therapy.
That was a lot. That was Danielle.
I feel bad for that brother.
That's a red flag.
Run, Nick, run. For the love of God, run, my brother. Don't look back. Don't even do don't do a quick, don't even do that.
I guess my mind was right after all. He did say, he said, I will not be with a woman who is insecure. If she has that one out of the 4 red flags, I will not be with her. So that's a big one.
That's a huge... I don't think people should be with people who are insecure. Because it just causes too much drama.
It's too much.
Nobody wants your spit water in a marriage.
You can never understand.
The craziness that goes inside their head. She said, I had nothing to do with to be in my head.
Everybody has some insecurities, but I think with hers...
It's like on level...
It's another level. It's like a level 10.
No, Mom, it's a level 100. It's past 10.
It's like... She is
You can't control it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's my thing.
She said, I don't even trust you. And he's giving you assurance, like, this is not penetrable. Like, we are solid. That's what he's saying. You couldn't hear that. No, this is going to cause issues.
And that's my thing. I have a problem when adults are not able to, in a moment of heat, you're unable to control yourself.
Yeah, she was.
He obviously does not want to fight, but she was ready for that fight. She
had 3 hours to cry.
She comes back. Like, he goes in, she follows, like, she was ready to pick a fight.
Mom, look, she had 3 hours to figure out how she was going to pick this fight. Because she was in the closet crying.
That is so true. She had nothing but time.
Nothing but time. How am I going to ruin this man tonight?
Have mercy.
I'm going to ruin it tonight because you left me. I feel like it's a punishment, too, that he left. That's what it feels like.
Well, if she was testing him, if she didn't really want him to leave, but she tested him. See, that's some rubbish. That's some... I can't deal with that in a relationship. I just can't.
That was very scary, Danielle. I'm even shook.
Yes.
If a man was acting like that after I left, I would be like, divorce next day. And I wouldn't even let him know. No. I would just be on the flight. I would get up mad early, 2 a.m. There'll be a paper on the thing. And thank God you know where I live. So
someone tested me after that first test.
Yeah.
And it has happened to me before. Someone tried to test me. Once they revealed that they actually had been testing me, I said, "Oh, okay." They never heard from me no more. It was a
Yeah.
mess. It was a mess. Called me, I don't know how many times. It was over.
Over.
I don't even have the energy to waste on rubbish like that. Testing somebody like.
Where they do that at? What are
This
we
is
in
a
the
relation-
5th grade? You know, somebody would. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you about
That's-
that later
yeah.
because somebody was telling me that I should test the guy if I ever was to get into a courtship, see if he gets mad, try to push his buttons to see,
Yeah, I
what
don't
will
have time for that.
happen
That's
because you
too
need
odd.
to push men, to see how they'll act when they get mad.
Oh Lord.
I'll tell you who that was later.
Yeah. That's just. Don't test me. Yeah.
What is?
Oh, that's our roll we have. We have to put that stuff in the fridge.
I think that's.
Do you guys know that roll, that face roll?
That looks
We
like it has
ordered it.
pins on it though.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at him. He's really taking care of himself. Oh, okay. They're doing their Indian culture thing. Okay. Put some crystal.
It's a horse crystal.
Oh, it's a crystal. Oh, wow.
Seems like very manufactured.
Oh, lingerie. Who is that? Oh, Danielle. Okay, no, she wore lingerie. I cannot.
That was a pod promise.
I know.
What was the pod promise?
Making him
Woman of my
coffee.
word.
Oh, he likes coffee.
She didn't even mix the sugar.
I can sometimes be mistrusting of men, not
Okay.
only because of the way that I look, but because of some of the situations that have happened
Danielle,
in my past.
you are not ugly
you.
at all. You
Because
are a
I'm scared
beautiful
that they're going
woman.
to be constantly seeking out someone else, and I'm like, they're always going to find someone skinnier. They're always going to find someone hotter, and I want to.
That's
make sure
in
that I'm
life. You are
competing
not
with
the most
every single
beautiful
other
person in
out
this
there.
world.
And they can sense that. And
Someone will always find. There's always going to be someone who looks better than you. There's always going to be someone. So
I
you
feel like last
Like-
night derailed.
So I was upset.
can't be insecure
but
about
when
that.
I am bubbling up like that. That's not myself.
I get that.
Hmm? Okay.
That's obviously
really
a
get
part
that.
of you that I need to
My
run
heart
away
feels
from.
like I just want to forgive him, and I want him to forgive me,
Forgive
and I want
him?
all this to be over with.
I love,
Forgive what?
love that you made sure that you ordered coffee right away while I was still sleeping.
Aw.
Yeah, I told you I would.
Typically, we're really good at communicating and letting the other person know, but it hasn't really heightened to this level before.
I'm scared of
Because
this chick.
you let it heighten.
It's a new
You know,
feeling,
my
and
thing
it's,
was
I
what
am
she said.
scared.
She says, "I have forgiven him, and I want him to
What are you
forgive
gonna
me."
do today? You wanna go to
What
the beach?
have you forgiven him for? Like, what did he do?
That's why I'm scared.
You're the one who did stuff. He's the one who has to forgive you, not the other way around.
There's
Oh,
no
Lord have
coffee in bed
mercy.
for you.
No. I'll have to sit over here and drink it.
Yeah. I can tell you.
I'm scared for that brother.
100%
I'm not gonna lie.
If we met in real life and we had an argument like we did last night, that early on, that wouldn't have worked.
Yep,
But because
I
we
know
have
that, Nick. There's no
this
way.
connection
He's not the
and
kind of guy who's gonna put up.
skills that we built
He
in
knows
the
who
bond,
he is.
I think that's why he
He's
needs to
secure,
listen to
he's
his
who he is.
instincts
I
and
believe
run.
that our bond grows stronger.
But
and
because
stronger.
they're already
That's something
engaged.
Okay, and look, if something don't work out, I'd rather break up an engagement than to get divorced and end up anyway. I don't want to say like Mary J. Blige, but I'd rather just not,
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's my. Oh man, Mary J. Blige. I tell you.
Gotta pay her
And she
estranged
was
husband $30
really-
million in debt. And mind you, this man was her manager.
30,000 per month.
$30,000 per month.
I
She
know.
can't even go retire in her old age.
We have to talk about that too.
Yeah.
The ocean.
Look, I'd rather
But
break up
she-
an
but she
engagement than break up
looking
a
good.
marriage.
I'm just happy that it happened now. It would have sucked if she was 60 or 70.
Can you
It's better it happened in your 40s. Earlier than.
Well, she gonna be paying that debt till she's 80.
No, just for the next 4 or 5 years, they said. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Mary later.
Oh, me too.
But I
Is her
just.
hair thinning?
You mean on the side? Yeah. She looks as though she dyes. I don't think that's her natural color hair. I think she dyes the hair. She looks as though she has like blonde underneath. Maybe she just dyes her hair too much. You know, that's what happened to me. I dyed my hair too much and now look, it's all breaking on the side. Well, it's done much better now, but it was breaking on the sides a lot.
She better stop acting crazy or Nick will dump her ass very
He will.
quickly.
This man is secure in who he is. Like he said, he has accomplished a lot in his life. He just wants to share it with someone. He's not, like he said, if this had happened in the real world out there and she had done this early in a relationship, this relationship would not be working. Oh, here's my favorite couple. After you were so disrespectful to your man, Mallory, let's see what you do now.
Couples met each other. Mallory and Jarrett were talking
Mallory looks amazing when her hair is pulled back. Like the bun,
I
it looks
know,
very
she
flattering.
She has a nice face. It's kind of like that girl Shayna too. Remember I was saying when she puts her hair away and she shows her face. It's up with it, but a lot of times people like to put the hair in the face, kind of like hide behind their hair. Ooh, let's see what Salvador's gonna say.
Huh.
I don't know, Mal. I know it's been a lot. Like this whole trip.
Hold your head like this. He's not like he's just like that.
I know we've hit like a couple little bumps, and I just wanted to. I guess I just wanted to apologize because I know
She should be apologizing for how disrespectful she was.
I don't feel like you meant. I know you call me out already.
Oh, well, I'll call you out. Oh, you're lucky. Most other people would have probably killed you.
I'm very lucky.
Me too.
Are you?
Kill him for what?
I don't know. I mean, they got into it last night.
I totally get it. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of emotions. It was like the first time, like, you know, the guys were seeing all the women, and we were seeing all the guys, and we were all in the same room together, and you know, it's a lot.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and I think too, like, I don't ever want to make you feel like bad. I never want to like hurt you.
Me neither.
And
To you.
so, yeah.
Jarrett is kind of what I dated previously.
Said it.
That's where there was then like some type of connection because there was some
You're right about
familiarity with that. But I know how much like Sal cares about me and how much I care about him. I feel like I do love Sal immensely, and I always want to make sure he knows where I stand.
Those are hard conversations, and the fact that we're just up to having them together means a lot to me.
I told you.
So it was a familiarity.
She used to dating people like Jared.
Yes. The superficial stuff.
Just a choice.
I mean, even when she started talking to
He says all of this is just a choice.
Choose me at the end of the day.
He wants you to choose him at the end of the day.
Because that's what I'm doing.
Because that's what he's doing.
I want to choose you.
So I guess he's letting her know, like, do you want
I
to
want
be
you here because you want to be.
Same. And trust me, I will never be anywhere I don't want to be.
I really like that about you, and I feel like we both have very similar visions of what we want.
Yeah, same.
So, to our engagement and whatever new challenges we're gonna face, Mel, like, I'm here for it, okay?
Same.
And I know you are too.
Yeah.
So, cheers. That was such a good cheers.
If they broke these glasses on that, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, she went in on the kissing.
Oh, she kissed him on the forehead.
That's when someone cares about you.
Oh my god.
And she's like, you're a good kisser, so that's nice too. And they're cute.
How she stand there and wait until he hit her head?
Like she didn't even put her hand
She knew
out.
it was because she's like, oh. And he's okay, like, what happened? And then the thing falls.
Finally able to put your
Are you?
odd voice to your
So
face.
today was the first day that I realized, like,
Right now.
I'm just now pairing up your pod voice and your face.
Oh my god.
Nice, pretty
That's
ring.
So weird.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Mal's rings. That's why it's gold.
I got it pretty paired now.
It just happened for me right now.
How'd you even realize that?
Because I'm
All right, y'all. So episode
child.
5. So I think we left off with Deepti and Shake. They were going to the cave.
Yes.
He's really is trying. I think
I
he wants
just
to.
love someone who, like, knows those things. You know, like, take me places where I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But I
But you
think
say
it's
he's
really
trying.
he's trying. I think he's trying to. He's being accountable for his own actions and his own thoughts, like you were saying. And you know, I think that says a lot. Because a lot of men will try to put it on the woman. He's putting it on himself.
On himself.
And you know,
Like, I don't like like I'm not.
I'm not attracted to her,
but it's on me to look for other things
because
to get there.
Yeah, and he said this connection is too strong for him to let go of it.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that Shake is like, okay, let me focus.
Growing. He's really
growing on me,
and he's still growing.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nick, I think he is still a little bit afraid of how Danielle is acting. I think it made him really take a huge pause. And he's just really evaluating her.
I think that he wants to ask the question, have you ever like, how far does this mental thing go? The panic attacks. Are you on medications? Like, these are the things he has to ask her. Are you on medications? Have you been institutionalized before because of it? Like, those are those questions. Those are hard questions to ask. So instead of him kind of going around and kind of look at her like this, as if he's trying to see what's in her head, that's why she's feeling that he's judging her. Instead of him doing all of that and making her even more insecure, because he doesn't want to ask her hard questions, because maybe he thinks she's going to have another mental breakdown, but he needs to ask those questions. Those are questions he needs to know.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. I don't really think it's going to work. I think she's just too much. That was too much.
Yeah, I mean,
You cried in the closet for 3 hours?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that.
Yeah. That's definitely...
You cried
we have to
in
just see how...
You said, and she said, I had nothing to do but for 3 hours. I had nothing to do but to sit down and be in my head.
Yeah.
You could pick up a book and read. Yeah. You couldn't occupy yourself. Yeah. So it just gives me the feeling that even if he goes to work, she's going to be wondering, what is he doing?
What is he doing, exactly?
And it was only 3 hours. And you sat down outside, stalked him, totally forgot about your sickness.
Yeah.
And decided to go into the closet, lock the door, and cry.
Yeah.
And you were in your head. That's some crazy stuff. That is. And Mom, the girl is 29. Oh, she's almost 29. 30.
Okay, she's 29. Yeah. No, I think she has, like I said, she has mental health issues. And I don't know how deep it goes. He needs to know. You know, are you on meds? Do you need to take something on a regular basis? You know, I, as someone who's going to be in your life, I need to know so that I encourage you to take your treatments that you need to take. Yeah. Are you in counseling right now? Like, he needs to know how deep this whole thing goes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was pondering. Yeah. And then the other thing, he's afraid too. He's like, I don't even know like what I need to do. And because she has to let him know, when I'm in panic mode, what should your spouse do?
Mom,
because
she said she doesn't even know though. She said she doesn't even know.
See, that's the thing.
And he said that whenever I try, it's like it gets worse.
That's
so he's like, now I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
And that's what makes me think she's not in counseling. Because if she is in counseling, they would have said,
she will be aware.
This is something that you will tell you, like, when I'm in panic mode, this is what I need you to do. You know, I just need you to kind of just step away. Let me have that moment to breathe and kind of get myself back.
But then you chase me outside, though.
Yeah. So you're right. She said she didn't know. So that's what makes me think she's not in counseling.
That's why it's so scary, because you don't even know how deep it goes. And now you're trying to get married to me. Obviously, she don't need to be married. She needs to get some counseling. She needs to go maybe to a ward. It's
like any health thing. Like, there's something going on, and you need to fix that before you get into a relationship.
At least be aware of how to handle it.
It's like me. I have medical problems. You know, if I get with someone, I need to tell them, hey, if this happens, this is what's going on. Or think about someone who has epilepsy. You know, they get with someone. That's something they have to tell them. Hey, when I am... You know, I have my, go into my epilepsy fit, you know, don't touch me, you know, just move things from around me. Like, you know, those kinds of things. Someone has to be aware. And it's the same thing with her. And I think it's more, or she's just not in any kind of therapy. No kind of treatment. Because she needs probably therapy and treatment. But she needs to tell him, and he's not asking her those questions. So him looking at her,
Mom, he's
like,
scared as shit. He doesn't know.
But he has to ask those questions. I know he's thinking, does he? So
how do I? What if I set her off again?
Exactly. And I don't want to set her up in Mexico. So maybe
He's
them
like,
going
she's
back
very
home,
fragile.
yeah,
Like, let me
them
not even
going
touch my
back
10 foot
home, he
pole.
probably will ask her family.
Yeah, most likely.
Danielle.
You
and
need to
her-
let me know what the hell going on with your daughter, because she had some stuff going
Yeah.
on, and I don't know how to react.
But it's always.
But
best
don't
to-
tell her I said anything, though.
See, yeah. So he just, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see how that one goes. And who else? Oh, Sal and Mallory. We didn't talk about them.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let's finish off with Jerry, because I feel like that's where we were.
Okay. Well, why not?
I can't remember if we finished, but Jerry was there being very desperate, and Ayana and Jerry were sitting down for dinner, and it seems like she was they were talking around the Mallory thing, but not actually attacking
anything.
it.
Exactly.
So because she was like, so are you going to be friends with your exes? He's like, I don't believe in burning bridges. So he's letting her know right now, I am not cutting off Mallory.
And then he said, but it's up to me
to set those boundaries.
To set those boundaries. How do you do it? Are you going to go have a moment and talk to the ex again?
Probably.
And all that. And then the other thing that was concerning for me too is Ayana saying, when I am upset about something, you will not know.
I'm the same way. Well,
I am
no,
the
I'm
same
not.
way. I am also the same way.
You would know if I was upset. Yeah. Like, I'll get all quiet. I'll be like,
yeah, I don't show my hand.
Yeah.
You will never know when I am really upset.
Well, it depends. Like, if it's with you, you obviously know when I'm upset. But if it's somebody I'm dating, you'll never know. I could be pissed as hell. You'll never know.
Especially, and the worse it is, the more jovial I am, because especially if I know I'm about to leave your tail, I know it's over.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah. But,
yeah.
So
she said, you'll never. So he was trying to see if she had an issue with him talking with Mal.
Yeah, so
because he was like, so would I know if in the moment? And she's like, you'll never know. So he's like, shit. Like, she probably knows. She's probably upset. Like, they were talking around that. Like, she did not want to.
She never addressed it. Like, how I like the fact Sal addressed it. And yes, maybe it took him a moment, because he said he doesn't say things
in anger.
He regrets. Yes,
yeah, he doesn't want to ruin anything.
Yeah, he said, I don't say, and that's just having control. You know yourself. So him talking to
But he went back to Chicago. They were sitting down on the couch.
Yeah.
He made her a glass of wine, and she's like, "What is going?" I don't like the fact that she tried to turn it on him.
She did, because
she really did, though.
She was. I think she was genuinely afraid. I think that, like she said, I actually don't know, and because he's not probably like the people that she's used to.
I think it's a red flag, though.
You're looking great and whatever. Maybe she also likes, she sounds like she likes affirmations, like Shane. But she doesn't say that she likes an affirmation, right? But it's something that she will like. So, and Sal is kind of probably on the quiet side. But I'm happy that she said it. Sal, I don't know if you are all in on me.
I think that was just BS. I ain't gonna lie. I think she said that just because I don't know if you want to marry me. How do you not know that I don't want to marry you? I put a ring on your finger. I'm telling you every day that I choose you. I just told you that a day ago, that I choose you. And I want you to choose me and be happy here. He just told you that a day ago. So you trying to flip it on him don't make sense.
And
I want you to choose me too.
And I haven't heard him say the love word yet. He hasn't said that.
Mommy, how can you with her flip-flopping all over the place? As soon as she saw him, she's here acting all weird, scooting back. And yeah, how are you? And then next thing you know, we're all good. We're all smiles. You're here with me, all lovey-dovey in front of all the couples. Then you get with Jared. You're there laughing and then talking about your ring. And then you come to me and say, if we don't have to get married if this doesn't work out.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like flip-flopping. So how can I feel safe to tell you that I love you?
Yeah.
You're giving him mixed messages, so I do not blame Sal. Yeah. He is somebody who knows himself. He's a calm person. Mm-hmm. He's not going to say it if he does not feel safe. Yeah. And he's not going to make an ass of himself like Jared would do. So,
it's at some point, sometimes you have to be
men want to feel safe as well.
Yeah. Whew, okay, well, that's...
Yes, y'all, we about to watch episode 6 through 9, honey.
Well, we'll do 6
Show the bounce.
And then,
But yes, y'all, it is Mary.
And Alma.
Thank you for watching.